Today, in this video, we are going to see logical equivalence in discrete mathematics. So, before going to see that logical equivalence, we have to know all the laws. So, already I have posted one video about the laws, how to remember all the laws. Please check that video. Then this would be useful for you. Okay. So, for that, for solving logical equivalence, first of all, you have to take one pad or one writing pad, write all the laws and keep it with you for solving this logical equivalence problems. So this is the main tip, how to remember all the laws. This is the main tip for solving while doing the problems. Yes, for the logical equivalence, we have to know using this problem using logical equivalence. So we have to know what is tautology. Tautology means a compound proportion P is called tautology. If it is true for every truth, finally we have to say true. That is tautology. Contradiction means finally we need to say it's false, or otherwise other cases it is a contingency. Okay. Next, application of logic. For the application of logic, we have two things. One is to design a computing machine, the specification of system artificial intelligence, and computer programming for the programming languages. Now let's see the problem one by one, the logical equivalence for problem. So that's why I have given this left side the laws. With the laws, you just see the laws. Based on that laws only, I'm going to solve the problem. Okay, generally in your exam point of view, they will give you without using truth table. So they will give you the question without using truth table. Yes, can we solve without using truth table? Without using truth table, prove that negation PRQ and P and Q. So what we need to prove, which is equal to P and Q. So this proportional, finally we have to prove P and Q. Let's see the solution. For the solution, take your LHS. So that is, what is the given question? Negation P and RQ. This symbol is and P and Q. Okay. So let's see. So which law I'm going to apply first? Here I'm going to apply, in this, can I apply associative? So can we apply? What is associative? See here you have PR, QR, R means we can combine first two proportion, right? So I'm going to apply that associative. Yes, let's start. That is, this one I'm writing as it is, negation PRQ, and this one I'm going to apply the associative. So what is that associative called? Just combining first two proportion, P and Q. So you have to mention which law you are using. That is more important. So here you are applying associative. So whatever the law you are using, you have to mention which law you are applying. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do, P and P is called, see the P and P is called idempotent. What is the law of idempotent law? So we already have. So this is idempotent. P and P is P, P R P is P. So this way it is called idempotent law. So I'm going to apply idempotent law. So it is your wish. This is the only way should I solve? No. You can do any method. You can apply any formulas, any logical equivalence. But finally you have to prove P R Q. So that is the thing. You just remember that thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do. So this thing I'm applying. P and P is called idempotent law. So here I applied idempotent law. Okay. So whatever the law you are using, you have to mention that law name. Okay. So next, what I'm going to do. Next, I'm going to do commutative law. So P and Q. This one I'm writing first. And this one, what is commutative law? A plus B is equal to B plus C. So the same thing I'm using here. PRQ. So which law here I am applying? Commutative law. Okay, here I am applying commutative law. Okay, after applying the commutative law, what I am going to do? So I'm going to apply this. See, the law is here. That's why I have given the law. So here, where is the commutative law? You just check the commutative law is PRQ means we can write QRP. Okay. So next I'm going to apply distributive law. So you know what is distributive law. So I'm going to apply distributive law. So let's see. That is, so this one you have to take a single proportion, right? So that is P and Q and negation P. Okay, P and Q. If you want, you can differentiate the bracket. P and Q and negation P, and between R, this R you have to write like this, and the next the distributive, continuation of the distributive, P and Q and Q. So this is distributive law. So you can differentiate the bracket, then only we cannot, it is useful for us to solve the problem, right? So because each and every slide I have written the same laws for your reference. So here I have used the distributive law. Here which law I'm using? Distributive law. So you write it. The law name is very important. After applying distributive law, what I'm going to do for the simplification, I'm going to use commutative here. So here I'm going to use commutative as well as associative. Okay. So commutative means, as we know, A plus B means we can write B plus A. So before that I have applied associative, then commutative. So associative means just I'm applying P and Q and negation P. I can write negation P and like this. Okay. So this is P and negation P, commutative as well as associative, and Q. Okay, this thing over here only I'm doing that. R I'm writing as it is. This is I'm going to do associative. That is P and Q and Q. So P and Q and this one, it's this bracket is not required. Okay, so this bracket is not required. Okay, so here what we are applied associative as well as commutative. So you have to mention which law you are applying. Associative plus commutative. Okay, so associative plus commutative. Then P and negation P. What is that law says? By complement law, P and negation P is called false, right? By complement law, it is false. So false and Q, this one you have to write as it is, are, and we know Q and P by idempotent law, it is Q, right? So P and Q. So you have to mention which law you are applying. Here I am applying idempotent, as well as here I applied complement law. So which law I have applied here? Complement law. Okay. Okay. So next, what I'm going to do. So what is dominant law says? See here you have dominant law, right? You check the dominant law. What is dominant law says? Like P are true means it is true. P and false means it is false. So by dominant law, P and Q means it is false, right? By dominant law, R, this one write as it is, R, P and Q. Which law we applied? That law name is called dominant law. That law name is called dominant law. Afterwards, it is I'm going to use the identity law. You just check, you have a loss, right? Identity law means, what is identity law? Or any proportion means you will get false or any proportion. False or any proportion means we will get P, that same proportion. So this is also false or any proportion. So we are getting which is equal to P and Q. So what law here applied? Identity law. What law here apply? Identity law. Hence we have proved. Hence proved. See, for logical equivalence, we have three way of question. One is they may ask to prove some proportion they will give you. You have to prove that proportion. Second type is they may ask for prove that it is a tautological equivalence and tautological equivalence. The third one, they may ask to check the logical equivalence. So this three type only we have in this logical equivalence relation. So that's why I'm going to solve all the three type problem. The first problem is over. Let's see the second problem. Yes, I will give you the, so for the second problem, you are going to check the tautological implication, whether you have to check whether it is a tautology or not. Yes, right. Just see the second problem. Show that the implication with constructing without, I'm sorry, this is without constructing without constructing the truth table. So without using the truth table, you have to prove. Without constructing the truth table, the question is P and P if Q, which is equivalent to Q. The symbol is equivalent. So if they may ask like this type means you have to prove it is a tautology. For that you have to write which implies you have to use instead of this symbol, you have to apply if condition. You have to apply if condition. Yes, so we start the same procedure for solving truth table also. Yes, we'll see the solution. Let us consider we need to prove this is tautology. Yes, we can write that is. We need to prove this is tautology. So for that you have to write the given statement, that is, which is equivalent to P and P if Q. This symbol you have to write if, P if Q. So for solving this, which I am going to use for conditional, we have 4 to 6 conditional laws we have. Anyway, this is important. That's why I have given only one conditional statement. I am going to apply the same conditional. So what is that conditional says? That is negation of, what is the condition? P if Q now, negation P R Q. So the same thing I am applying. Negation, this one you consider one single proportion. P and, so here also we can apply the same conditional, that is P R Q, negation P R Q. Here also I applied that same. For the whole condition, negation of P R Q. So here I applied twice conditional. Okay. After conditional, what I'm going to do? I'm going to apply De Morgan's law. So that is negation P and should be replaced by R. Negation of negation P R Q and close this bracket R Q we have. So here I applied De Morgan's. Again also we can apply the De Morgan's because here also you have De Morgan's, right? Here also you have De Morgan's. So the law is also here. For the reference, I have given the laws. As well as. Okay. So now again I am going to apply the same De Morgan. This one you write as it is, negation P R. Here you are applying the De Morgan's. Negation of negation P will become P, right? R will become and negation Q. Just close this bracket. This is R. This is Q. Here also we used De Morgan's. Okay. After that, doing the simplification, what I'm going to do? I'm going to apply distributive law. So what is distributive law says? PRP and negation PR negation Q. Negation PR negation Q RQ. So here we apply distributive. See, always you have to mention which law you are using. Okay. And this is PRP means it is true by complement law, right? PRP means it is true. And negation PR negation Q. Okay. RQ. Here we apply complement law. Right? So if you want, you just check. What is PR negation P is true, right? The same law here I apply. This is called complement law. Then I'm going to apply identity law here. So what is identity law says? We know. So the identity, as per the identity law, this will become negation PR negation Q. Okay, negation PRQ RQ. This is I have applied identity law. So here I applied identity law. You got it? Here I applied identity law. Okay. So next what I'm going to do after applying the identity law, I'm going to do like associative. So that is negation P R Q R Q. This one I'm applying here associative. Okay. After associative, I need to prove it is a tautology. That's why I'm doing all those conditions here. Okay, you have to prove this is a tautology. Yes, we will start next after associative. What will come? This is I'm writing negation P as it is, R as it is. This one I'm going to Q or negation Q is nothing but true as per complement law. As per complement law. So after that it is true. True or negation P is nothing but it is true as per identity law. As per identity law. So this is the one way of asking question. Therefore, this is the given proportion is the tautology. Therefore, this is tautology. Okay. So next we have another problem. What is that problem? We'll see. So for that also I have given the truth table. I have given the formulas table. See, always while solving the problem, you write a pad and write a thick pad and write it all the laws in front of you and try to solve one by one. That way is somewhat easy to solve your problem. Yes, third problem. This is a third type method, that is logical equivalence. Logical equivalence. Prove that it's a logical equivalence. P if Q if P, it is somewhat very easy. If and only if negation P if P if Q. What you have to do, take this is LHS and this is RHS. This is the same way you have to apply for the truth table also, right? This is LHS, this is RHS. What you have to prove, left side you have to prove tautology, as well as right side you have to prove tautology. Okay, so this is the way you have to prove this problem. So I'm going to take LHS. For the LHS, what is the given proportion? That is P if Q if P. So it's a conditional. We can apply the conditional, that is negation P or Q if P. So this is conditional, right? This is conditional. So similarly, the next one, negation P or, here also I am going to apply conditional. So that the negation Q or P. So here also I have applied conditional. So after conditional, what I am going to do, I am going to apply associative. Okay. After conditional, I am going to do associative. So all we know what is associative. So that is negation P or negation P. I'm sorry, this is negation P or negation Q or P, right? So this is negation P or P, correct? Not negation. Negation P or, I'm applying the associative. Negation P or P or negation Q. So here I applied associative. See, after applying associative, as per the complement law, P or negation P is true, right? P or negation P is true, true or negation Q. So this is as per complement law. This is true, right? See, what is dominance law says, that is P or true means which is true. So true or negation Q have to consider like a one proportion, that is P. So we are getting which is equal to true. It's a tautology. So what we applied here, dominant law. So left side we have proved. It is a tautology. So simultaneously you have to prove right side also it's a tautology. Then the logical equivalence. Hence we have proved the logical equivalence. Yes. Now let's see the right hand side. What is the given right hand side? That is negation P if Q. Okay. So the same conditional I am going to apply. That is negation of negation P. Right. So negation of negation P or negation P or Q. So here we applied conditional. Right? So after that, after applying the conditional, what will come? This is negation of negation P is nothing but P or negation P or Q. Negation P or Q. So here we applied double negation law. So next what I'm going to do. So the next thing. Yes. Here we have the previous one, P or negation P or Q. So here we apply conditional, right? So then I'm going to do associative, that is P or negation P or Q. Here what I did, associative. Okay, you have to mention, always mention associative. Then PR negation P is nothing but, what is PR negation P is nothing but true by complement law. So by complement, always mention the law name by complement. Then, so by dominant law says, what is dominant law? If it is P R true, any proportion R true means that will come true. So this is called dominant law. So anyway, we have proved LHS equal to RHS. You mean left side also tautology, right side also tautology. So for the logical equivalence, once we have a look, for the logical equivalence, we have three types. One is they may ask to prove the certain statement. You have to prove this is a tautology. The second one, they may ask prove that it is a tautological tautology. Next, it's a tautological equivalence. Okay. Thank you and bye. We'll see the next video.